this very moment, then I think of all the years that I want to spend with you. And how could I love you more? With the love I feel you showing, every day I see it growing. And baby, oh baby, how could I ever love you more?
Always, bud. Always.
Always, Reva. Always.
In my life, I've seen some rain. I felt the cold of the wind upon my window pane. Now my nights are so much warmer, and the rain has left the sky. And here you are, my rainbow, standing right before my eyes. How could I love you more than I do at this very moment? Then I think of all the years that I want to spend with you. And how could I love you more? With the love I feel you showing, every day I see it growing. Baby, oh baby, how could I ever love you more?
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here together in the presence of God to join this man and this woman in holy marriage. Hither to be made one in this holy estate, and if there be any here present who knows any just cause why they may not lawfully be joined in marriage, I require him now to make it known, or ever after hold his peace. I charge you both before the great God, the searcher of all hearts, that if either of you know any reason why ye may not lawfully be joined together in marriage, ye do now confess it. For be ye well assured that if any persons are joined together otherwise than as God's word allows, their union is not blessed by him. Joshua, wilt thou have this woman to be thy wife, and wilt thou pledge thy troth to her in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faith and tenderness, to live with her and cherish her according to the ordinance of God in the holy bond of marriage?
I will.
Reva, wilt thou have this man to be thy husband, and wilt thou pledge thy troth to him in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faith and tenderness, to live with him and cherish him according to the ordinance of God in the holy bond of marriage?
I will.
I believe you have vows of your own, Josh.
Well, here we are. I don't know that there's anything left that we haven't already said to each other. A couple of hours ago, I tried to think of something. I went down to the river by that big old rock we used to dive off of. You remember that? And I sat there. I tried to come up with some words. But all I really got was pictures. It was like having my whole life flash before my eyes. And you were always there. Right up there in front. I remembered the first time I ever saw you, the first time you ever came into our house. I believe I threw a softball at you. And I believe you chased me around with a bat after that. Pretty little girl with a real long blonde braid running down the length of her back. I was 6 years old and I fell in love. And now it's hard for me to remember a time that I didn't love you. It's hard for me to imagine a season without you in it. And I thank God that I don't have to think about a time when you won't be there. I love you, Reva. And I love our little girl. And from this moment on, we are going to be the family that we were always meant to be. The family that we always were. Always, Reva.
Always, Bud. Well, I looked out today, and I saw everybody. All the people that I've loved all my life. The sky is so blue, and that sweet smell coming off the river. And for a split second, I thought, this is heaven. Or this is what heaven's gonna be like. And then I looked at you, Bud. And I said, no, this is our wedding day. This is the day where the past meets the future. Right here. Right now. I feel so full now. And so blessed. And you're right. There isn't much that we haven't said to each other. I mean, we've kept secrets, and we've made promises to each other ever since we were kids. And I'm gonna make the biggest promise that I've ever made to you right now. The rest of my life is yours. I want to give you a home that will feel like a safe harbor in the storm. Because giving to you is what makes me feel full. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I love you, Bud.
Please repeat after me. I, Joshua, take thee, Reva, to be my wedded wife.
I, Joshua, take thee, Reva, to be my wedded wife.
And I do promise and covenant before God and these witnesses to be thy loving and faithful husband.
And I do promise and covenant before God and these witnesses to be thy loving and faithful husband.
In plenty and in want.
In plenty and in want.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Please repeat after me. I, Reva.
I, Reva.
Take thee, Joshua.
Take thee, Joshua.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
And I do promise and covenant before God and these witnesses.
And I do promise and covenant before God and these witnesses.
To be thy loving and faithful wife.
To be thy loving and faithful wife.
In plenty and in want.
In plenty and in want.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Is there a ring?